Okay. So I had this dream that I was talking to one of my coworkers who happened to look like, um, oh, what is the actor's name? I think his name is John. Shoot. He played Chris Stevens on Northern Exposure. So anyway, in my dream, he's one of my coworkers. Or somebody that I know from work. Maybe he works in the same building. I don't know. Anyway, it was his birthday. So I see him like in the hallway and I'm like, happy birthday. And he was like, thanks. And that's it. And then later in my dream, I get in the elevator and he's in the elevator, and I'm like, hey, and I said, are you doing anything for your birthday? And he was like, no, not really. I don't really do anything for. And I was like, oh, bummer. And I just left it at that, and I went my way, he went his way. And then later, he came up to me in the hallway, and he said, do you want to get dinner with me tonight to celebrate my birthday? And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And he was like, okay. And he was very, like, I remember the look on his face was like very sincere, like serious. He wasn't like, a lot of times his character Chris Stevens was kind of like, oh, okay, like very cool, very like happy-go-lucky guy. So it was kind of like, it really stuck with me. It really struck me that he asked me, and like what came across was like, wow, why is he looking so serious, and it wasn't like creepy serious. It was just like sincere. I guess it was more sincerity. Like he really wanted me to go out with him. I don't know. Anyway, so we did go out, and I don't know where we ate, but I know that I remember the atmosphere being really, really cool. And we finished eating, and we were still talking, and all of a sudden he was like, let's go. And I was like, okay. And so the next thing I know, like, we show up this is hilarious. We show up at a crime scene, not together, at different times, but what I knew in the dream was that I had spent the night with him. And I knew I had sex with him. I had spent the night with him, like our first date. Like, this is so not what I would do. So I don't know if the universe is telling me I'm going to meet somebody who's going to sweep me off my feet like that. I don't know. It's very much not what I would do, because I'm not, especially at this point in my life, I'm not that easy. And it's not about, it has nothing to do with, oh, I have to be a virgin until I'm married. Because clearly I have passed that marker, that milestone in my life by a long shot. It takes me a while to warm up to people. Because here's the thing, like, when I meet people, I tend to like them. Unless I notice something that really is off-putting which that happens. It does happen. I have not met any man yet who I even want to say, yes, I'll go out to dinner with you. I haven't. It's been like 9 years since I dated, went on a date. So it's funny to me. Like, it's his name, the actor's name is John Corbett. Yeah. So, yeah, so I dated him in my dream. And not only that, but I spent the night with him. And I'm like, I have a dog and a cat. I'm not going to just spend the night with somebody and leave my animals. But that's not the point. The point is, I haven't, in all the time ever since I left Darren, I've not had dreams about having sex with anybody. Not an actor, not, I really went off men and sex. I really did. Because he just ruined it for me. Frankly, with his stupid jerkiness, he just, and when he touched me, it made me feel like I was being groped, and he all sneaking up on me and just treating me like I was a belonging, like I belonged to him. Oh, you turning? You're not turning? What are you doing? She probably realized, oh shoot, I gotta go to the store first. Oh no. I don't know what this person is doing. I think maybe they're lost. What are you doing, you crazy person? Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing. I spent the night with a man. I can't believe I did it. But anyway, yeah, so in the next part of my dream, we both show up at this crime scene like we were working on a case together. Like we didn't come to the scene together, but it was like, hey, whatever. I don't know. It was a thing. And I just remember in the dream knowing, like, I went home with him. I spent the night with that man. And I was perfectly okay. I wasn't falling apart. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. I have no clue. Maybe the universe is going to surprise me with a really good man who I feel so safe with him in my first meeting that I would go to bed with him. I don't know. But it just cracked me up because it's so not like me. Like in my mind, I've been like, yeah, well, if I ever date again, I'm not sleeping with you on the, it's like, we got to work up to that. I don't know you, so just back up. I feel like because in my experience with men, my whole life, when they get the chance, they act like greedy little boys getting into the cookie jar. Well, I'm not a fucking cookie, so back off. So yeah, I don't know. It would be cool, universe. I am totally open to you bringing a good man into my life who would love me. And like, I feel like that was the point of him looking at me. Like he had a serious expression on his face when he asked me to dinner. He wasn't going to do anything for his birthday, but because I don't know. But he asked me out. And I think John Corbett's a very handsome actor. I mean, my gosh, he could definitely melt my butter. But also, you know, it's just so strange because I haven't had any dreams, not even dreaming of anything sexual. And that's the other thing about the dream. There wasn't any sexual activity involved in the dream. I didn't see or dream any of that. I just dreamt of a man being sincere, approaching me with sincerity, and I felt in the dream our date was going really well, and then all of a sudden he was like, let's go. And it wasn't like I don't know. It was just like, I got the impression at that point in the dream like we had really been connecting heart to heart kind of thing. And then he was like, let's go. And I was like, and I think I knew he meant he wanted to take me home with him. And so anyway, it would be a dream. It would be a dream that I haven't dared to speak of. I haven't dared to think about because of the world I live in. And maybe because I look in the mirror and I'm like, yep, I am in my 50s. So, but I know plenty of people who, you know, have found their sweethearts in their 50s and 60s. So it's just not been a priority for me. And I'm just saying that I'm cool with that. If the universe has somebody in mind, that would be a really sweet gift. And that would blow my mind. That would just blow my mind. Because, yeah, I don't want to be all by myself all the time for the rest of my life, whatever. I put that down and then suddenly I come I come under the canopy of trees, so I didn't need it. Perfect. But anyway, that's it. That's what I'm recording. Got a little choked up there talking about it because it's just like, I know there are good guys out there, but I also know my experience, and I know what I want. And I'm fucking not settling now. You know, I'll tell you that for damn sure. After spending 22 years settling and praying for somebody to give a shit, I'm not gonna settle ever again. That will not happen. I don't deserve to be treated that way, you know? Like somebody's elbow. I'm not your fucking elbow, you idiot. Anyway, that's enough of that.